Hello everyone, hello, this is Abigail Barella with Sparkle and Shine Guidance. I'm on here and talk about this upcoming full moon in Aquarius. So if you know where your Aquarius house or houses are in your astrological birth chart, if you don't know, it's a great time to find out because this is a significant full moon for many reasons I'm going to go into. If you aren't already feeling the energy of this full moon, you'll probably start to feel this into this evening. It is exact on Tuesday, August 1st at 11:30-ish a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So I want to talk about the different transits that are happening with this full moon, why it's significant, where we're going and where we've been, and how this might be showing up for you in your life and helping you to navigate some of these things. Also inviting you into a couple different offerings that I have that I'll mention later. But obviously, if you don't already know what I offer, the easiest and best way to start working with me is to just jump into either a half an hour or a 2-hour deep dive with me. When we do the 2-hour deep dive, it is an extensive birth chart reading along with the somatic attunement work, the deep dive energetic flushing and recalibrating work. It is a lot of different things tied into those 2 hours, and really no one that I know is doing this work the way that I do it. It's really unique, it's really beautiful, and often, gosh, the dogs in the neighborhood, so annoying. Often what people say, or the feedback that I get back, is I had no idea how much we would get done in that amount of time. I had no idea, like, years worth of therapy, why I charge what I charge. I've been doing this a long time, and it is an energetic load for me to give that much, and so I have to calibrate that with receiving as well. And so it is an investment, and it's a worthy investment, and it will be life-changing, those 2 hours with me. And if you're not quite sure or you're not quite there yet, you can always do a half an hour with me. And what I always do is you can use that investment towards something else with me if you decide you want to continue working with me on that call. So wanted to share that. Let's get into this astrology. So we've been in this energy with Ceres, the goddess of grain, cereal. The name cereal comes from Ceres. She is the earth goddess of abundance and loss. And we've been in this place where a lot of people have been experiencing loss and grief and heaviness. And with that, we have to choose. We have to choose to feel those things and allow those things to move on and pass through. Otherwise, we're continuing to focus on the loss and build more loss, build more losses. And so this full moon it's coming into focus and coming into our awareness about where we've been focusing on loss, where we've been focusing on negativity, where we've been focusing on the aspects that we don't appreciate that we've been through in the last few years. And so this is the opportunity for a turning point if you choose it. If you choose to start focusing on your gains, if you choose to start focusing on your blessings, if you choose to start focusing on your abundance and what you do have and what might be trying to make its way to you, but because you're focusing so much on lack and loss, it can't come in. So this is a full moon of a turning point, of the opportunity to change your focus from loss to gains. And no one outside of you can do that for you. There's no circumstances in your life that can do that for you. It is all from within, starts from within, and echoes outward. So this is Ceres making a sextile to the sun, a trine to the moon. It's an opportunity. This is an opportunity that you have to grasp and you have to choose. So the question is, are you going to choose it? Whenever we have a fixed full moon, it's a power surge. The fixed energy is very stubborn. It's got the staying power, but with that staying power, we can stay in things for too long, or we can be stubborn in ways that aren't helpful to our growth and evolution because we're holding on to old identities, we're holding on to old patterns that aren't serving us. So when we get a full moon in a fixed sign, such as Aquarius, it's, the modern ruler is Uranus. It's the Tower moment. It's the opportunity to let go, to change, to choose the scary thing, even if it scares you. And because the fixed energy is so stubborn, we kind of need this full moon energy of Aquarius with the sun in Leo and the moon in Aquarius to shake things up, to really have this kind of power surge, to ask us what we're ready to have our Tower moment around, because it's only from that Tower moment of letting go, of letting it all crash around you, that you get to rebuild. And the only way to rebuild is by focusing on your gains, by focusing on your blessings, by focusing on what you've learned and what you've gained from the experiences that you've had so far in this life, and really choosing your blessings, choosing to focus on your abundance. It is the most important thing. So when we're given this opportunity to change our focus, to change our perspective, it is a blessing. Anytime we have an Aquarius full moon, it's a powerful opportunity to shift focus, to have that Tower moment, and to really change the way we're seeing things. Aquarius energy is very much the rebel energy. It is the energy of, shocking and sudden changes. And so we have to be open and willing to be taken on a journey with this full moon. And it comes at midsummer. And this is really powerful because this full moon is exact on Lammas, which is the midsummer point in traditional pagan culture. So Lammas is a really powerful midsummer time. It's a turning point where the heat of the sun it's past its highest point, and now we turn towards, the harvest. And the goddess of the harvest is Ceres. And so Ceres is, as I mentioned, the goddess of abundance and loss. Both. We can't have one without the other. But this full moon is asking you, what do you want to choose to focus on? And if you're curious about all the goddess energy and all the feminine archetypes and astrology, this fall, I'm inviting you into a 3-month journey with me through the feminine archetypes. And it is through those feminine archetypes in astrology where we dive into your individual chart, and we dive into the myth and the story and the legend, and where it lives in you and where it lives in your chart, and how when activated and when taken her out of the shadow, you can gain so much power in your life, you can gain so much autonomy in your life, and you can gain so much clarity in your life. So it's a journey unlike any other. It's a group journey, and we start September 22nd at the fall equinox. So if you are interested in that, please reach out to me. I have payment plan options available, and early registration is available until August 16th. And I'm really excited about this fall journey because it's always my favorite time to do this program because it aligns so much with the astrology. And it's starting as we honor the harvest and we honor Ceres, Demeter, in our chart. So that being said, we also have this interesting T-square created with Jupiter for this full moon in your chart. So looking at where 9 degrees of the sun and the moon being in Aquarius and Leo, where is that in your chart? What is it activating? And then also if you have anything in either Scorpio or Taurus at those around those degrees. Jupiter is at, I think it's 11 or 12 degrees. So it's creating this T-square with the full moon. And what that does is it's challenging you to look at all the places where you've not been able to open to receiving. Jupiter is in Taurus. I have a whole video on Jupiter and Taurus. I'll tag it in the comments. And Jupiter and Taurus is really asking you to really open wider to the sensory feeling of abundance, the sensory feeling of grace, the sensory feeling of ease, pleasure, love, luxury, and feeling satiated. What does it feel to feel satiated? Not just like physically, but like at a soul level. What is satiation to you at a soul level in your energetic or auric field? This is really the challenge is, are you going to allow yourself to receive more? Are you going to allow yourself to receive the beauty of a moment, Or are you going to deny yourself that? Are you going to stay with lack? Are you going to choose lack? So there's really a lot around this full moon about our choices and our consciousness and how we're using our free will versus how maybe we're denying ourselves the use of our free will due to all sorts of issues, but a lot around programming and a lot around subconscious patterning and the trauma bonding that a lot of us have been conditioned to do with the collective and with whatever is being like spoon-fed to us to think about or believe in. Those, both Jupiter and Ceres have to do with abundance. Ceres is abundance and losses. So looking at and releasing any grief from the past, any losses that you've had, really find a way to feel into those and let them go down the river, like let it go, so that you can experience abundance again. So those things. And then the other interesting thing is that we have Mercury now in Virgo. Mars has been in Virgo for a little bit longer. Mars is leading the way there. And Mars leading the way in Virgo means that we can get ahead of ourselves in our minds. Now remember that Aquarius is about the mind, and there's a lot of overthinking that can happen with Aquarius energy. And what's the other sign that can overthink things is Virgo. And Virgo energy is really lit right now. We are, kind of moving again into that midsummer point. And so of course we're going to be moving into more of that Leo energy, but Mars is leading the way there. And we don't want to let ourselves get carried away in the details or like overthinking things, getting ahead of ourselves. It's really important to call your energy back to present time. You can have a to-do list where you get 1 or 2 things done on your to-do list, but you're not going to get it all done. And it's really important to remind yourself that there is just a lot of overthinking in the collective right now with the astrology, and to really bring it back into present time, bring it back into the body, bring it back into the sunlight, bring it back into how you're feeling. Again, coming back to that Jupiter and Taurus, like the feeling, the felt sense, being in your body, not getting ahead of yourself, not letting your mind get carried away in the details. Come back to your center, come back to yourself. This is a really important thing because we have Mercury in Virgo, which is a lot about thinking and about processing and about overthinking. But then we also have Pallas Athena, who is the strategic, wise seer of the future, seer of possible scenarios. And it's so important to call your energy back from that and to understand and honor her and honor these archetypes, right? And this is what feminine leadership, archetypes, and astrology is all about going into where these archetypes are in your chart and in your body. Hi, Meredith. Hello. Oh, it's always nice to see who's here and see your little comments pop up. So that Virgo energy is being opposed by Saturn and Pisces. So we have the overthinking Virgo energy, and then we have like the delusional Pisces energy, which at its highest is like the spiritual connection, but there is that delusional quality to it. And so when we have an opposition between that Saturn energy in Pisces and then Mercury, Mars, and Pallas Athena in Virgo at a full moon, it's going to be kind of intense around our thinking and our practices, our daily practices, things that you might be skipping doing that keep you grounded to the day, that keep you from overthinking. And then also, what are the things that keep you also from getting foggy or delusional? If you are someone who has strong Neptune in your chart energy, it's beautiful. It's like the spiritual lubrication. It's like we can connect to the divine. How beautiful is that? And at the same time, we have to balance that with the real 3D grounded reality and staying present with our lives and staying present with the details. So there has to be that balance. And right now with this full moon, that teeter-tottering is happening where we have to find that balance. And the way we do that is by staying in our body, coming down from the mind and into our body, giving our body what it needs for the day, and having those daily practices that keep us really grounded. So Aquarius full moon can be just overthinking on its own, but then we have also that Virgo energy, which can contribute to that as well. So I want to encourage you to really do the things that are going to help you stay really present in your body and take good care of your bodies over these next few days. Drinking lots of water, eating healthy food, and just staying attuned to checking in with the body, not the mind, checking in with your body and what does your body need. Again, feminine leadership is where you really learn the importance of that, because we go into each one of these archetypes and where it lives, not only in your astrological chart, but in your body, and where you've had to stifle certain needs or certain desires because of the way that you were raised or what you had to deal with, and how to bring that back online. And if you're interested in just seeing kind of a little taste of what feminine leadership archetypes and astrology might be like learning from me, definitely check out the free masterclass that I have, which is Invoke Your Inner Oracle. That's available on my website through the link in my profile, and you can check that out, see if it's something that you align with. And if you do, I really invite you into feminine leadership for the fall. The last thing that I wanted to say, which will be, the sale will be over with by the time this full moon comes, but I do want to mention it, is that until July 31st, which is my birthday, I have an amazing offering, which is a vault sale of all the courses that I've taught. It's over 14 courses: astrology school, planetary power, crown codes, the energetic boundary setting course, Bitches Shine Brighter, which is what it is, open to love, relational upgrade. I mean, there's so many courses in there. All of those courses together are the amount that one course would be. So astrology school would be, the crown codes would be. So you get the bundle of 14 different courses, activations, workshops for $1,111, and that's only available till July 31st, and offer this flash sale. And I think it's such a great time to start learning more about your astrology around the Aquarius full moon, because Aquarius is the ruler of astrology. So it's such a great time and so aligned. So if you're interested in that link, you can just hit me up. If you're not already on my mailing list, it's a great time to be on my mailing list, because I have so many special offers and freebies and things that I share there. So you can click through the link in my profile and sign up for that. I hope you have a great full moon. Again, look to wear 9 degrees, around 9 degrees, within the 5 to 15 degrees of the fixed signs is in your chart, because that's where we're going to be having a lot of challenges, and we want to lean into the mystery. We want to lean into the divine Scorpio energy. Whenever there's a T-square, we're being called to lean into that missing leg, and the missing leg is the midpoint of Scorpio. And so that's all about the divine mystery, really getting into the mystical, getting in a body of water maybe, and really honoring the feminine. There's always going to be mystery to life. There's always, the universe has beautiful ways of showing up for us that are unexpected. We aren't here to control everything in our lives. We're here to just go with the flow. And that's what that Scorpio energy can help us do. So definitely lean into that at this time, while taking very good care of your bodies and your minds.